You share a bed. You share bills. You share the last roll of toilet paper and the grocery list taped to the fridge. You say good morning and good night. You ask how the day was, sometimes out of habit, sometimes just to fill the silence. You function like a machine with two worn-out parts that still move, but don't really fit together anymore. From the outside, everything seems fine, predictable, stable, but deep down, you feel it. Something's missing. And here's the truth you don't want to hear. Right now, they might be cheating on you, or they're thinking about it, or they've already started emotionally, mentally, but their body just hasn't followed yet. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because I've lived it. The worst part about losing someone like this is that it doesn't happen all at once. There's no dramatic moment, no screaming match, no final straw. It happens slowly, subtly, in quiet, boring, ordinary moments. In the way they stop looking at you. In the way you both stop saying things like, "You look good today." In the way your texts become shorter. In the way silence becomes more comfortable than conversation. That's where it starts. Not with someone else, but with you and them, drifting in opposite directions without ever leaving the room. People think cheating is a sudden decision. It's not. It's the last step in a very long walk away from you. It starts when their jokes no longer make you laugh. When you celebrate things without telling them. When you cry quietly in the shower because saying it out loud would feel like failure. It starts when you feel lonely while standing next to someone. That's the loneliest kind of loneliness. I know, because I've felt it. There was a time when I thought cheating was always about sex, that it was about lust or boredom or weakness. But now I know better. Now I know it's about being unseen, about feeling irrelevant, about feeling like a background character in your own relationship. People don't cheat because they don't love you. They cheat because they feel like you don't love them anymore, or not in a way they recognize, or not in a way they can feel. I remember noticing it in the way she smiled at her phone. Not a guilty smile, a soft one, like something inside her was lighting up again. And I knew it wasn't because of me. I wanted to ask. I wanted to say, "Who's making you smile like that?" But I didn't, because part of me already knew, and part of me didn't want the answer. So I stayed quiet. And in that silence, she drifted even farther away. We always think the person who cheats is the villain. But what if the story's more complicated than that? What if no one's evil, just hurt and afraid and tired of feeling numb? What if they waited? What if they hinted? What if they tried for months or to be close to you again and eventually gave up because you never noticed? Would you still call it betrayal? Or would you call it survival? Relationships don't die in explosions. They die in disconnection, in forgetfulness, in routine, in brushing past each other and saying, "We're just busy right now." Busy for months, years. I remember when we stopped hugging. It wasn't dramatic, we just stopped. No conversation about it, no decision. One day it was there, and the next it wasn't. I used to hold her hand in the car. Now I grip the wheel like it's the only thing left that won't let go of me. Here's what I wish I had understood sooner. They don't cheat because they're bad. They cheat because they're human. And humans need to feel connected, seen, needed, wanted, even if just for a moment. And if you can't or won't give that to them, someone else eventually will. That's not an excuse, it's a warning. You might think, but I was loyal. I worked hard, I paid bills, I stayed faithful. Sure, but did you love them in the way they needed? Did you show up emotionally? Did you ask about the things they weren't saying out loud? Because loyalty without presence isn't intimacy, it's maintenance. And no one wants to feel like a job. I've seen couples who never touched anymore until someone else did. And suddenly they remembered what it felt like to be desired. That new person didn't have to be smarter or hotter or more interesting. They just had to care. They just had to look. They just had to ask. And that was enough. That was everything. So what now? If this feels like it's about you, it probably is. If you're afraid they're cheating, it might be because you already know you lost them emotionally. Don't panic. Don't search their phone. Don't weaponize guilt. Instead, stop, breathe, and think. When was the last time you asked them how they were and really listened? When was the last time you noticed them pulling away and pulled them back in gently, not with control, but with care? When was the last time you looked at them like they were still your favorite person? And when was the last time they looked at you like you were still theirs? If it's not too late, you can turn around. You can talk. Honestly, softly, without blame, without fear. You can say, I miss you. I feel like we lost something. I want to try again if you do too. And maybe they'll open up. Maybe they've been waiting for that crack in the wall. Maybe they'll cry or confess or sit with you in the silence and finally break it together. Or maybe they've already left in every way that matters. Maybe they're just a shadow of the person they used to be. Maybe you are too. And maybe the most honest, loving thing you can do is let each other go before you turn into people who hate what you've become together. Love isn't always enough. It needs effort, intention, curiosity, and courage. The courage to say, we've drifted. We're lonely. I still want you, but I need to feel wanted too. Because if you wait too long, someone else might say all those things before you do. And by then, they won't need you to say it anymore. They'll already be gone.